Morning. It is Saturday morning. It is September the 10th. I am first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Hopefully get your day started off on the right note, get you educated in the weather department, and of course, track what's going on in the tropics as well. Top two things that we are monitoring today. The strong and even severe threat this afternoon. That's right, not just your normal run-of-the-mill. We're going to have a few additional opportunities to see some nasty storms, but don't worry, we'll talk about it and we'll go over it in a no-hype mentality. Plus, as a whole, how's your weekend looking? Huh? At least weather. I can't tell you how your weekend's looking with your plans, but I could at least help you plan it with the forecast, hopefully. I don't know. Let's look at it all together, shall we? We are going to chat all about it, from the beaches to the tropics to everything. But before we do anything more, let's just look outside. I showed this a minute ago. I mean, I love this shot. You know I'm a space nerd, so why not? That is Launch Complex 39B. SLS still on the pad. Very much looking forward to a rescheduled launch. And as I understand it, NASA is targeting a little bit later this month. Potentially we get a September launch. Wouldn't that be fun? Or at least a September launch attempt. Downtown Orlando looking beautiful. The tourist district looking beautiful. Over to the beaches. Melbourne, you're not working. There's Coco looking pretty good. Yeah, and downtown's not showing anything. Okay, all right, temperature-wise, we were in the lower 70s this morning. It looked great, felt great. Here we are in the upper 70s now. First warning, live Doppler radar, still quiet in our area. I do want to show you, though, north and west of our area, there is a flash flood warning. That's an advisory. Hold on. Here. What I'm trying to show you is this one, the flash flood warning. It's for Dixie County. That's outside of our coverage area. But I point it out not because it's of concern to us directly, but because looking at the day today, especially out west, there is the threat for flooding rains. So let's kind of set the stage to where we're at here, okay? In terms of the flood threat for today, especially right along the shoreline, flooding is possible. In our area, flooding is something that we're watching. There's a lot of moisture still in play out over the Gulf of Mexico. Here's the wider perspective, and it's the exact same scenario that we've been watching the last couple of days. This area of low pressure just kind of driving up that moisture, and that includes us. So when we look at the overall scenario, it is going to be a stormy day. Here's a look at our 12-hour forecast. Starting off quiet, but by lunchtime on, we're getting into those thunderstorms. Look at that, 3 p.m., you go from a 10% coverage of rain to a 70% coverage of rain in just a couple of hours' time. So it's going to be a wet one, my friends. And not just that, but you see that triangle there. That's to let you know that the atmosphere has a little extra energy in there. So we're also watching a low-end threat for strong to severe storms. Here's the kind of idea. Level 1 out of 5 threat for strong to severe storms. The winds are such that I think that we've got opportunities for more straight line winds than anything, but isolated. So out of all the showers and storms that we're watching in our area, 1 or 2 of them could try to get a little stronger. So here's the threat breakdown. We're thinking obviously heavy rain and strong winds. Those are the big threats, but there's now a medium threat to see severe winds. Okay, there's probably going to be some areas that are going to get wind gusts over 60 miles an hour today. That's kind of where we're at. So it's nothing to hype about. Remember, every afternoon during the summertime especially, Central Florida can see some storms. But I do want to let you know that, today is an opportunity that we do have those dynamics. I forget who it was yesterday. Somebody was saying that a station was going all crazy with severe weather, and I'm like, yesterday was pretty run-of-the-mill. We did get some nastier storms. Today, we've got a little bit of an elevated risk there, so it's worth mentioning. We're not going to go singing from the rooftops that it's a scary afternoon. The reality is every afternoon in Central Florida can get scary once those thunderstorms march in your direction. But being that it's a weekend, it's of particular note. And another point to make is that not only is today a stormy forecast, but look at your weekend forecast as a whole. Both Saturday and Sunday carry with a healthy opportunity for showers and storms today and tomorrow. A 70% coverage. Most of us are going to get stormed on both days. When you see a 70% coverage, I know a lot of people are concerned, is it going to be a washout? Right? So let's take a look at Futurecast. And important to note, the answer is no, it's not going to be a washout. But what we will see is that our afternoon storms that do develop will be just a little bit stronger, okay? They will be just a little bit more intense, all right? They will be a little bit more coverage. So after lunchtime, there's 2 p.m., we're starting to see those storms firing up around Sumter, Lake, Polk counties. Look around the metro area. Let me just back this up to 3 o'clock, and you could see that rapid, spreading of rains continuing through 4 o'clock. Our beaches by 3, 4 o'clock, just nasty, right? Just nasty weather. And then by 6, 7, 8 o'clock, things do gradually clear on out, okay? So if you're heading to the beaches, let's just chat, okay? You're good for most of the day, but by about 2, 3 o'clock, it's game over, people. That's when it's over. That's when you need to head on in. Those storms march your direction, right? If you're heading to the theme parks, here's Disney, for example, quiet and gorgeous. Start to see some showers and storms around 12 o'clock, but 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we're going to get it really firing up. Letting you know, Volcano Bay, same kind of idea if you're heading out to the water park today. Widespread showers and thunder showers through 3 o'clock, okay? Now, I did mention on Futurecast kind of the time frame for tonight because as the sun sets, of course, we have to look to the rocket launch. 9:10 p.m. is a Starlink mission tonight, and then I'll finally stop talking and answer your questions. I just want to get through the weather kind of nuts and bolts. 9:10 p.m., a Falcon 9 scheduled to go up. 60% likelihood of good weather. There will be showers and storms early, but I think that they'll be clearing out in time. And that's just today's launch. What? What are you talking about, Burris? Tomorrow, there is yet another Falcon 9. This one's scheduled to go up at 10:43 p.m. Yeah. 2 nights, 2 launches, 2 days of good weather. So I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Pause. Before we get to the tropics, questions, comments, concerns. I know I've been running my mouth. Here's the 7-day forecast, by the way. Staying quite stormy these next few days. Why? Let's just briefly look and then we'll go back to the 7-day forecast, okay? That old frontal boundary, that area of low pressure kind of keeping us stormy. But look what happens Monday into Tuesday. Another storm system moves our way. Yeah, a cold front. And this front, by the way, come Monday, bringing actual chill to many parts of the country. Not here, but like everybody up here talking about morning lows in the 50s. For us, stormy, damp, normal, okay? So again, back to the 7-day forecast. A cold front, early season, early fall front, not bringing us a chill, but helping to bring us more stormy weather. Look at that, 60 to 70% coverage of storms each and every day. Yeah. Okay, questions, comments, concerns. Leslie, good morning to you. Paul, how are you? Day to relax and enjoy. Good morning, good morning. Need to cut the grass. I did that yesterday. Elliot says, holy cow, 2:45 yesterday was insane here in Pine Hills. Woke me up from my sleep between that and the close lightning strikes. Yeah. Today will be the same kind of idea for sure. Amiana says a launch a day. Isn't that wild? Savannah, I'm supposed to go to SeaWorld today. Is it going to rain bad? Yes. It is. Amiana, I want chill. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Sorry. Boo, no cool to another cold front. I know. It will get there. It's just not there yet. Debbie says, my son is at Magic Kingdom today. I'll meet him tomorrow for Epcot. If he wasn't visiting, I would not be going. I understand that. Last couple of days have been in the mid-80s up here in Ocala. It's been super nice. Sure, I would agree. Sharon, good morning to you. I would agree. Yeah, the weather has been nice until those showers and those thunder showers really get going. Yeah. All right. Anybody? Anything else? All right, cool. Shall we talk about the tropics a little bit? Today, by the way, my friends, is the peak of hurricane season. Did you know that? Climatologically speaking, it is today, September 10th-ish. It could be plus or minus a day or two. But today is the peak of hurricane season. And happy to say, on this peak of hurricane season, there are no threats to Central Florida for now. Maybe down the line a little bit, but no threats to Central Florida for now. All right, so let's see what's doing, shall we? First and foremost, here is Hurricane Earl. Moving into the cooler waters of the North Atlantic, maximum sustained winds there at 105 miles an hour. The forecast for it over the next couple of days, really next couple of hours, has it losing its tropical... There, I'm like, where'd the cone go? Has it losing its tropical characteristics. So as early as this afternoon, it loses those tropical characteristics, starts to weaken, and as is such, kind of little by little by little, weakens and stays north of the Azores, moves over towards Spain and Portugal. It's just a storm system, nothing more. You can see it continues to quiet down. Across the rest of the tropical Atlantic, not much to talk about. There's a little wave there, bottom left corner. Don't write that one off. The European, right where it says the word coffee. The European tries to develop that, okay? And then in addition to that, another wave about to roll off the shoreline of Africa. That one has a low-end 30% likelihood of getting going, okay? Okay, now let's look at the models, shall we? We'll roll through time. There's Earl doing its thing. You can kind of see some little pieces of energy there. This is Thursday, 18Z, so you're talking about 2 p.m. on Thursday. Something trying to kind of work over toward the Caribbean islands, all right? Moisture in the Caribbean, moisture in the Caribbean. Something coming off the coast of the mid-Atlantic there. You see that right there? That's Sunday, so that's a week from tomorrow. And then watch the Caribbean. What's going on down there? September 22nd, 23rd. What's going on down there? What's going on? Shall we take a closer look? Let's do that. All right. Zooming in, there you go. A little something. Now, this run of the GFS, and I will tell you, this run of the GFS shows something around Louisiana. You go back a run, though, and it's around Florida. Go back 2 runs, and it's kind of just out toward Mexico. So, you know, point being that the GFS is starting to sniff out something in the Gulf of Mexico around, the 22nd and the 23rd. Let's come over and let's look at, this is the European, and this is the control member of the ensemble, so at least it kind of gives us an idea of where, what we're looking at. And you can see right there kind of something around the, kind of taking an Irma-ish track, right? Like Northern Caribbean islands, Bahamas, Cuba, and then recurving into the Panhandle. That's the 24th of September, okay? So the European, at least, is also indicating that. Now, one thing that you like to do, especially when you look this far out, is you like to look and see what the ensembles are plotting, right? So let's do that. Let's come over here and let's look at the GFS ensemble. Let me hit that. Let me hit that. Okay. All right. So GFS ensembles. What's an ensemble? Remember, an ensemble is 51 flavors of the GFS, each one overlaid on top of itself, okay? So we'll just put it on top of itself, and 17th, 18th. You're starting to see some of these ensemble members coming alive. You see that? The ensemble members are very much coming alive around the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. If we just put all the low locations up, all of those little L's showing up as something around, okay, Florida. So the GFS has our attention. Let's come back and let's switch over to the European ensembles. And again, European, same idea. It's 50 different flavors of the European model. All right, you could see a cluster there. And very clearly you could see around the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, the ensembles are showing activity in the vicinity. Interesting. Cheryl says, I have a note on my calendar for next week. Eric's Watch the Tropics. If you refer back to, see, this is the nerd stuff. If you refer back to our 2022 hurricane season forecast, which we issued on March the 1st, as in March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So 6 months, 9 days ago. 6 months, 9 days ago, we put out different pieces of the weather pattern, and we highlighted what we lovingly called at the time the November 6th part of the weather pattern, or the floreaster. Storm system kind of moved through the peninsula, and as it moved through, identifying that it brought us a whole bunch of rain. If I could get that radar to loop, there we are. That was from November 6th, 2021. Now, we identified that part of the pattern as being a potential threat to us come hurricane season, especially the West Coast, but there's a window of opportunity for the East Coast. And what were the days? Mid-May, it brought us stormy weather, but nothing tropical. Late July brought us stormy weather, but nothing tropical. Its last version, late September. Late September, the floreaster recycles. European ensembles in that time frame. GFS ensembles in that time frame. What about the BSR? BSR in that time frame. I see some low pressure over Florida. So, you've got ensemble plots, you've got BSR support, and you've got our hurricane season forecast support. Should you be freaking out? No, certainly not. But should you be saying to yourself, well, hurricane season's not over yet, people? Yes. The last cycle of the floreaster, data shows. Now, again, could it be a hurricane? Yeah. Could it be another non-tropical area of low pressure that just brings us rain? Yeah. So I highlight this just to say there's indicators there. But, to what extent, we don't know. I always say when it comes to my long-range forecasting, I know the limits, and I know what I can do, and I know what I can't do. Okay? So this is a time frame that we have highlighted 3 different times, 2 of which were stormy but did not yield an actual tropical system. Is this 3rd time the charm? I hope not. I don't want to deal with this garbage, but yeah, we'll see. Either way, late September, you've got model support for some sort of a storm system. We don't know what kind. So anyway, and you can read, at this point it's almost done and over with though, because remember the floreaster is the last piece of the puzzle, and it's then resetting on October 1st. So then we're going to have to start really using the BSR to indicate what's to come. And speaking of which, while we're here, hold on, let me just get this dialed up here. I just want to look and see kind of down the pike. Pressure. Okay, all right. Okay, I just wanted to look and see down the pike what we're looking at regarding the BSR indicators here. See if there's anything looking into October. This is kind of running the GFS through the BSR technique. Ooh, look at that though. That right there indicates to me big cold front right there. That's September 23rd, which would translate out to be, hold on, October 10th? October 10th, like a pretty decent cold front. I like that. Yeah. Thankfully, though, not seeing any at least early indicators of any kind of tropical activity for us. So I would say, September 23rd, 24th, 25th, certainly a time frame we're going to be watching here locally. How much time, Mr. Luke?
4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Thank you, sir. So that'll be something to watch, but BSR not showing much beyond that. All right. All right, so here we are today, a 70% coverage of showers and thunder showers. It is going to be an active day, unfortunately. And again, just to reiterate, there is that low-end threat Level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. We are going to be monitoring this every step of the way for you. Just want to make sure you know about that, okay? Tomorrow, plenty more storms, but I think that we're a little lower in terms of the intensity for tomorrow. We'll see how the dynamics change, of course, and then staying pretty stormy through the week. Next couple of days, 60 to 70% coverage of rain. Before I have to go do today's show cut-in, anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Elliot says, I honestly cannot wait for fall. Tired of all the humidity and nearly $200 a month electric bill. It'll be nice to step outside and not sweat just standing on the porch. I know that, man. Good gravy, do I know that? Geesh, McGeesh. I'm also there too. Fall is my favorite time of year, and I don't know if I think I said it on TV. Like, I am so ready. Like, my plan today, transparency, I'll show you my plan. We're going to do fun stuff this morning. And then when the weather gets crummy, fall is going to vomit all over my house. We're going to bring out the fall we've got in our understairs closet. I just made Christina laugh. Our understairs closet has all of our seasonal decor. I'm going to make that box explode all over the house. Candles, cinnamon brooms, you name it. My house is going to turn orange real quick. Any thoughts for the rain the following week trying to go to Halloween Horror Nights? Steph, I would say early activities would be a bit stormier. How much time, Luke?
2 minutes and 20 seconds.
2:20. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so storms early. Yeah. All right, neighbor next to me lost his awning yesterday. Oh, good gravy. Yeah, I mean, these storms can be nasty. Donna says, I'm doing fencing today. What time is the rain going to hit St. Cloud? Plan on 2 p.m. Plan on about 2 p.m. at getting going. Yeah. Linda says, love it. Beverly, love fall. Pumpkin spice explosion. Matt says, shout out to my mom, Cheryl, who's visiting and loves coffee talk. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Good morning. What a good Matt you have. Debbie, stay dry. You as well. All right, I guess I have to go do TV. I have to be all professional again. Oh, well. What's left after the fall? I asked you. Ryan, time for pool before rain? Yeah, absolutely. Karen, so Epcot at 1, I'm going to get wet. I would say just know that once you get there, do your favorite stuff do the outside stuff because, yeah, just a heads up. Just a heads up. Yes, Steph, please. I'm so sorry I haven't gotten there yet, but yes, please. Okay. All right, people. So again, 23rd, 24th, 25th. I'm telling you now, we're going to be watching the tropics locally. First time I've said that this year. The Fore Easter comes back for its last version, and this one may try to develop. Peak of hurricane season, though, no threats to us. I got it, Kenneth. I got it. At least there's no threats to us this weekend. All right? All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'm going to go do TV with the incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented Christina Watkins. Bye, guys. See you later.